Oaklawn horse players, welcome to Saturday's edition. No, Friday's edition of Oaklawn Capping Hour. March, we're in March, and it'll be St. Patty's Day pretty soon. We got the Rebel out of the way. The Arkansas Derby is going to be actually at the end of the month in March. So lots of stuff going on here. Marco, can you tell me a little bit about our weekend? I'll tell you about the weekend. Friday, I killed it. Killed it Friday. I ended up giving it all back plus $5 on Rebel Day and on Sunday. Now, in my defense, Saturday, Rebel Day, I had trip note after trip note. I had a jockey fall off. I think I put in like 3 or 4 trip notes on my picks. Sunday, I literally had 4 horses that got wrangled out of the gate and started dead last. And a few of them, I pegged them on the lead. And I can go back and look. I think it was 4 of the first 6 races. I was even joking about it on Twitter, and we got some good interaction on that. But, yeah, 4 of my 6 horses just broke dead last out of the gate and lost all chance. And I was like, what is going on? So I had trip notes galore over the weekend, but hey, you're going to have days and weekends, streaks like that. As for you, you kind of sprinkled in some good races with some bad.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, was I even for the weekend?
I think you lost $1 for like 30-something races over the week, 32 races over the weekend.
That's not bad considering I felt like I lost every race. I don't know. So yeah, we had a few of them. Yeah, it wasn't that great, to say the least. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't get a double. Couldn't put anything together. But turn the page. We're into March. The dogwoods are blooming. Weather report. Might as well just get into that. It's going to sprinkle in maybe a little bit of rain Friday night. I expect a fast track. I don't think it's going to be much to do any damage.
All right, good. I was going to ask you about that. We'll segue into it. Hey, I want to talk about the tour. NHC, as you know, is coming up 2 weeks from today. I'll be flying to Las Vegas with Dad, and I wanted to talk about the tour. I disappointed. Finished on the first page on Sunday. Horse tourneys contest. Just needed one more horse. Struck out at Hawthorne. I guess it's all going to come down to that DQ I got at Hawthorne previous. But Mike Mulvihill was nowhere to be found. I don't even think he was on the first page. He just made a huge run, probably got like 9,000 points in the last 2 weeks, and finished second on the tour, right behind Joe Costello. So congratulations to the winner, Joe Costello, but Mike Mulvihill, just unbelievable run there. And I was even talking to him at Villa Park, OTB. I was like, man, just imagine if you would have gotten serious on the tour a little earlier. You know, it's almost like winning is contagious. He got hot and he's like, I'm going to go for it. And then he went for it and he just clicked, hit everything. Our buddy Trey Styles from Texas down at Houston finished 6th on the tour. So that was cool. Tony Zal, 12th. Dylan Donnelly, 15th. I know he has finished, I think, second twice or second and third on the tour. He wasn't even trying, finished 15th. I finished 25th. Big bummer. And I want to mention that Frank Mustari finished 50th. He didn't play one horse players or horse tourneys game all year. Every one of his scores was pretty much on track or cash online, like Express Bet. So pretty impressive there. Just imagine if he played online a little bit. We were kind of joking. He's like, if I play the tour, I'm going to win it. We're like, I believe him too.
would be nice to see that. Give me 1 second. I gotta plug something in here.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm going to segue into the weather now. I was worried about showers. You're telling me it's going to be dry. I'm going to look at weather.com real quick. And if I put, I mean, you're there, so you would know the weather better than me. All right, it looks like, yeah, it's it's going to rain a little. It's going to rain. It's 54% chance rain on Thursday, and no rain really. 7% chance on Friday, but it looks like partly sunny, and 59 is a high. It's going to be 73 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday. So yeah, I think we're going to be good as far as the rain goes. So that's good.
Yeah, a little cold front came in. It's a little chilly right now, and it's gonna come and go.
Okay.
Back in the 70s.
ROI. I lost $5 over the weekend. I had an awesome Friday, plus 50. I was approaching $300, and then all hell broke loose, like I talked about earlier. Couldn't throw a dart. I couldn't do anything over the weekend. Just too many weird things going on with my mounts, but we'll come back and get it. And you, like I said, lost $1, and just a matter of time before hopefully we'll get you closer to that break even point. Okay, so let's get into some action here. Race 1 is a starter allowance for 6 furlongs for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. I landed on the 5, who is Dixie Penny. It's 5-2. I just feel like this is Becker's shot. Like, Scott Becker is going to win a race. It's amazing to me that a guy like him is 0 for 30. Does have 4 seconds and 4 thirds. He's been knocking at the door. That last race wasn't bad. Claimed it 2 back at Oaklawn here. Ran second. He's coming to the same level. The winner is gone. Beat Royal Megan last time, a horse that, I really like. I know, Royal Megan ran 3rd. I picked her over the weekend. She was one that broke a little bit flat-footed as the beaten favorite in that last race. But I think that's a nice horse that Dixie Penny beat. And I don't know. I think it sets up pretty good here. The 2 is going to go. The 3 is going to probably press. I think we're, the 6 is obviously going to go, and I think we'll be in that second flight and probably get first run. Marco, you landed on number 3, Shania for Tammy Horsby, who I like as my backup.
Yeah, I like this horse. She's got back numbers to make her a real contender in this race. She was a beaten favorite last race here. I'm forgiving her last run coming off the 3-month layoff, and it was her first ever run over a sloppy track. So it was a layoff and the slop for the first time. So it's kind of like, just didn't like it. So I'm just going to draw a line through it.
Mm-hmm.
She was claimed from the Asmussen barn from that race, and now the new connections here they're not risking her. So I think that's like a decent indicator that she's like at least sound, so she's not getting thrown back in for, another claim. So I think she's going to get a real good run. I think Varton's going to have the lead with Lachita, maybe another horse. So I think like you think, I'm going to get a perfect trip here as well. So may the best horse win.
Yeah, I could buy that. I mean, she's hot right now, actually. She's winning some races. And she's a local Archie trainer. Trains at the farm there. I forgot the name of it locally. Claimed this one. So yeah, I mean, knocking on the door, and she's feeling a little bit. I think I think she won 2 races over the weekend and several other board hits, so she's starting to feel it. Your backup is Vartan, who I guess is going to set the pace.
Yeah, if he can get out by himself, there's not a whole lot, like if there's not going to pressure, like if Lachita doesn't go and pressure Vartan, I think Vartan could hold on a little bit longer and possibly up, wire. Yeah. So, but I don't think he's going to hold on. I think he's
I think Lachita is going to be really fresh coming off that layoff and just might be a little bit too amped up. Has a 117 early time form pace rating, where Vartan has a 116. So that's going to be, Vartan ran a sub 22 second opening quarter last time. So I would expect the same. I think you're going to see an insane fast pace in this race. And you're right. The 3 and, my pick, the 5, should get that nice little second flight setup. And whoever's going to be the most powerful can probably blast home. I'm just hoping Scott Becker gets a win. I think he's just too good of a trainer not to have a win. And this is the second time, not with blinkers, but second time blinkers off. So maybe it'll be a little bit more aware and ready to go. All right, race 2 is a maiden claiming event for 3-year-olds, and just 3-year-olds and up. Okay. It's going a mile, short stretch. I landed on the 3 horse here, and this is a horse that I like a lot, DeLuca for Cipriano Contreras. Now, this horse, it's dropping in class, okay, and this is a huge drop. It's second off of a layoff here. It needed that last race. It got a sneaky number. It got drilled by 20 lengths, but that 65 number fits in well here. I picked Ben Franklin on Sunday, one of my few winners over the weekend, and it won relatively easy. Ben Franklin is a, upper 80s, 90 buyer type animal. And, Southern Sunset, if you remember, he was one that freaked in the slop with a 98 buyer speed figure. So that's just a key tough race that one's exiting. And I just think the drop in class is just going to be, and possibly a fast strip is going to be the difference here with Esquivel and the irons. You went to the rail with Vegano. 20 to 1 with Nick Zito.
I was looking at this horse and I was just kind of looking through the race, and I was like, the price was just too good to pass up for me. Getting a big rider upgrade. Got making your second off the layoff and the class drop. He ran 3rd and 3 maiden claiming 50s last year, so he doesn't suck. The workout on February 9th was pretty good, 16 out of 92. And as far as the trip goes, I think he's can get a good position. I think he's going to outbreak the ones right to his inside and follow the 6, the 8, and the 9. And I think he could stalk and get like a good trip and save ground. I don't know what the Cox runner is going to do. It's a first timer. It's a 5-year-old. Right. It was kind of a red flag. So I think this is a good time to take a 20 to 1 shot.
Okay. Very interesting. And the backup is the Hartman runner with Belmer. Makes perfect sense. They're hitting at 38%. It's coming off of a layoff. What did you see there at 9 to 2? Just a drop in class, and he's pretty good at getting these runners ready at 27% at that first turn.
Yeah, the 4 and the 5, I thought were 2 runners that can, make some good runs. But I like the connections of Auden. I think they're just stronger, and the last work wasn't bad. And Hartman is 20% with this kind of layoff, and 20 27%, first time with the horse. So there's a lot of upside to the 4.
Yeah, I agree. Very good. Yeah, I mean, I think those are, I think taking a chance with your bomb along with my 2 picks. I think we can wrap up the. I'm against the 5. Um, I'm not so sure about Lindsey Schultz off that kind of a layoff. They did geld it, and it's getting back on dirt, but I like the Bug Kid. I just want to try and beat it. And then the 6, Obscure Trainer, 0 for 72 last year. Does have a win at the meet, but 7-2. I just couldn't support that horse with Quinones. And I don't know what you have in the first time starter with Brad Cox. So runs it for a tag immediately. Just not. I see some alarm bells there. And then
the 8, there's an exercise rider in the backside I was talking to who actually likes this horse. But making second start, but I think it's, could be, like I said, a little fast, but I mean, he did chase a fast pace, 22, 45, 58, 110 for this group is probably pretty quick, in your first start. So an improvement maybe, but
yeah, I just see a lot of, I see it rushing. Look, the 8, there's a lot of speed. The 9's going, the 8's going to press. Who knows what the firster is going to do? The 6 has an early time form rating that's high, and it's dropping in class, so it should go. I'm just not sure about the Obscure Trainer there.
The 6 is going to go.
The 2 is probably going to. Well, it's fresh out of the gate, James DeVito, and they're putting the hood on, so I'm guessing they're going to send that one. So I see some speed, and that's why I liked DeLuca with the class drop and the big late kick in this spot. But it'll be fun. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, race 3 is a claiming event, conditional 40,000 claiming race for $65,000 purse. They're going a mile and a 16th. And I landed on the 4 horse, who is Elusive Target. Now, Elusive Target is one that we know pretty well. I've picked this horse.
Sticking with him, huh?
2 or 3 times. And I think I've picked him. I think I've picked him in every race at the meet. And he was running in those allowance races, and he disappointed me each time. Those are salty races. Your horse, Poulterer, beat it. Was in the company line last time when it ran, came in one next time out, Poulterer. So, we're getting class relief. We're dropping in for a straight tag. This is not an allowance race. This is going to be the easiest race of this horse's career. And, it's run against some tough customers. So I'm expecting a nice little setup here. I'm hoping there's enough zip to run at. I don't know. The 6 maybe goes in Beer Chaser, but Beer Chaser might be the lone speed in here. So that's my only worry. But I just think the class drop with Chuan and Schreier, I think, 10 strike racing here. I think they're putting this horse in a spot where, hey, we tried A other than with it. We claimed it for 40. Let's win a race now. And this is a good pot, 65,000. It's a good spot to try. Beer Chaser is your top pick. Looks like you might try and scoot away here.
It's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm looking at Beer Chaser to get the lead and go gate to wire. The race does not look like it has any kind of pace whatsoever. He should have a comfortable lead, and it's up to the horse. If it's ready to run, it should hold on. So, let's just go. Don't fall off, jockey. That's pretty much it. So, nothing else to say about that except gate to wire.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. If this allows it did win a race over there, a couple of races over there, some allowance races. Didn't know if the form would, come back here. It ran it ran a credible race from the 12 hole last time, and second off the that was second off the layoff. And you're right. I mean, it should have the lead. It's just going to be a matter of, is this horse going to be classy enough? The numbers say yeah. I'm just hoping that the class drop with the 4 is going to be enough to reel you in. But it's going to be interesting to see how slow Beer Chaser goes up front. I put him second. I had reservations about it. I almost put him on top, but I was like, you know what? I can't live with myself if I don't pick Elusive Target here after picking him in every race.
No, yeah,
So
that's your horse.
So I had to pick him on top. Did you want to mention anything about the 3 before we move into the next race?
Not much, to be honest with you. I don't like this race. I'm gonna bet just a win ticket only, and I'm not trying anything else. I don't think it's a very good betting race, overall.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go too deep in my pick 5 with the 4 and the 5, and just roll the dice and hope one of them 2 win it.
Yeah.
Which one of them should win it. That's my opinion. Race 4 is a maiden claiming event for 12.5. This is for 3-year-olds and up, fillies, 3-year-olds and up. And we're kind of all over the place here. It's that kind of a race. The 3 is Latifa. And I just have the famous second time blinkers angle here. And it showed some zip. I'm just hoping it shows a little bit more zip and just keeps going. The 1 is on the rail. If it breaks slow at all, it's going to be in trouble down there. Belmer's pretty good, like getting horses out, I suppose, but he's going to have to be on his toes to make sure he gets out from that rail. I'm on the outside pressing anyway, which is good. And even if I don't get the lead, I can be on the hip. I would like to be in front, though, to be honest with you, at this level. I don't like getting that dirt, like sitting second by a length and a half off of a speed horse at this level, because sometimes those cheapies just keep going up front. So so I landed Larry with Latifa at 5-1. The 5 is Pleasingly. Sounds like a familiar horse. I don't know I can't remember if I picked it before.
Yeah, one of us did. I know that for sure. But he's getting class relief, and he's run fast early in the last couple of races as well. So I'm pegging him to be up there. And this field, like here, if Pleasantly could get the lead, this field lacks runners that like to pass horses.
Yep.
And whoever gets the lead, the rest of the horses will have a problem. That's the things about this race. So that's why I took Pleasingly. I think this horse is going to have the lead and take them all the way around. And that's kind of like what I'm expecting here with that. And the Asmussen horse, Molly of Stratford, is my backup. And I think this one is going to give a good effort on the class drop as well.
Okay.
This is one that if it don't get the lead, it's not passing any horses either. It really never has. So, but I think, if these two can get out together, maybe they can go 1-2. We'll just see what happens.
Okay. The 7, Bent Halo. It's just dropping down. It's got speed. It's 10-1. Hernandez likes to go to the front, and it's one of those horses that can definitely win this race, dropping down, and especially if it gets the front. So that was my thinking there, and I would probably have that one. I would probably go pretty deep in this pick 5. I would have all of our horses, and I'd probably add 1 and maybe 2. Who knows?
Pretty much add any horse that you think is going to have the lead or could get the lead, and then I think it'd be safe.
Yeah, and whoever gets it might just keep – unless it's a mad mad scramble, and maybe throw one stretch runner in there. Who knows?
But
I'd have
here,
to look at this a little closer.
like, who would you consider a stretch runner in this race?
Uh,
That's where I was trying to find, and I couldn't find not one horse that
well,
likes
I could.
to pass
Yeah,
horse.
I mean, well, the Asmussen runner would definitely be on the ticket, like you said. Let's see, who would be a stretch runner?
I couldn't find one. Like,
Maybe the 12 would be a plotter and try and come from out of it, but that's about it. I mean, that one's slow. That's a slow horse. Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess you could say if the 13 got in, but
and the 12 passed up one horse in its whole career. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
there's no, I don't see any
yeah,
heart, nothing in this race.
yeah. It's almost like whoever gets the lead can keep on going. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah,
race.
you're right. Ask me. I mean, the 9, it's going to be a short price. It's going to be your 8-5 favorite, I would imagine. Just off that dirt race at Remington, it's super fast. It's getting back on dirt, so I would imagine they're going to be like, okay, that one got a 61 number in a maiden special. It got the front with a 22 opening quarter. It's dropping down its lowest level. It's back on dirt, so yeah, that one's going to take the money. But and it's one you definitely would have to have on your ticket. But yeah, I mean, it's not by any means a lock.
No, not at all.
And I just went with the second time blinkers John Ortiz angle for the 3, but it's going to have to run faster. That's for sure.
Yeah, I also feel like I wasted a lot of time on this race trying to figure all that out. So if Pleasingly doesn't get the lead, it'll be like a big waste of time in this race.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what happens here.
Yep. All right, I think we wasted enough time on that race anyway altogether.
Next.
We're pretty much the same here, just flip-flopped. Why don't you tell us about the 4? This is a state bred 12-5. These are all Archie breds going 6 furlongs. Fillies.
Yeah, I'm gonna play beat the favorite here. Samoria, the favorite. Yeah, needs to be the favorite here with the class drop and on paper.
Mm-hmm.
The connections they give up on her being the allowance horse. So, could that drop, be what she needs? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is also another race that don't have a lot of speed in it, and so I'm getting Smarty's Angel on the front. Third off the layoff, improved last out, and Christian Torres stays in the saddle, so that's a plus. So Smarty's Angel, gate to wire.
Okay. Well, I wanted to actually show you a race here, if I can. I wanted to show you my pick.
Are you talking about when? Yeah, I've watched that replay. Is that where Be My Huckleberry almost caught Smarty's Angel?
Well, that was the last race, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to show you is this replay here. Watch Be My Huckleberry out of the gate here. The
we're ready to go.
The 7, I believe.
And
no, the 3, excuse me.
Up right after the start, Smarty's Angel drops to the back of the pack. KJ's Pistol Annie shows the most speed and strides to the front, leads by a narrow margin. Here's Pat Scallop the inside to come and challenge. Thursday
and you can see that
there, so he's shut up, please. Patula.
Already I'm way back there.
Thursday morning,
so a start like that is kind of a disaster.
To the inside, a gap of 2 to Betty Joe. Coro Mandela's next. A little further back to Elmo's Secret.
And I just really didn't make up much ground after that.
Second to last, and Be My Huckleberry is well behind as they round the fourth turn. Pat's
well behind. So the last race, I'd like to show you Be My Huckleberry in the 3 hole in the
happen.
Stretch here.
Courage. Old strategy, being asked to get
Dead
going
last
with
right
fast
now.
runners in the 4
You
pack.
see him back
She's
there.
trying to get to the front runner with Doty right behind him,
Number
riding
3.
the rail off the turn. Doty trying to
Coming
move
up the
forward
rail.
on the inside. Smarty's Angel. Petula's right there battling with her now. Doty down on the inside. Petula strikes the front. Doty's right there to come up and challenge. Smarty's
I had Petula that day.
old strategy, flattening out after making the big move on the turn. It's Petula with a nose in front. Now Doty's right there, sticking her head in front, head and head, nose, and it's a photo.
And then,
Tight
you know,
between Petula
Be My Huckleberry
and
ran
Doty,
well.
with Gold Strategy
And,
third, and Be My Huckleberry from dead last ran fourth.
It's going to gallop out good here. So, you know, the thing with Be My Huckleberry is this horse showed speed last year, and you know it's you know 2 bad breaks in a row. Can this horse break clean today? That's my only thing. And you know, Arietta's coming back on board. Just you know, break a little cleaner. At Prairie Meadows, it showed speed. It had first call on July 16th last year. So I'm not saying I need you on the front, but I just need you to, you know, show me a little something. And 9-2 is square at this level, I suppose. And, you know, the 2 races haven't been ideal. It showed a lot of interest in the last. Throw the other one out that I showed you on the first replay. That was a total disaster. Your 4 that you picked, I had at second, and pretty much everything you said. I think we were on. Were you on this horse last time? Or maybe I was. I think I was. I think I picked this horse last time. Yeah. One of us did. But it's dropping down and it showed some zip.
Yeah.
So those are the 2.
I had the winner, that Petula in that race.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that's the pick 5. I mean, honestly, do we go just too deep here, or do we throw a horse in on our pick 5?
Well, we both like the 4 and the 6. So I mean,
correct.
I think one of these 2 is going to be your winner.
Does the 10 wake up? It is the morning line favorite. Is that a negative class drop, 2 off the layoff? Is that hey, let's get a win and get out of Dodge? It is owner breeder, so not afraid to let it get claimed if it does, because you're going to get breeders rewards. It might be a saver, because that's the only other horse I can really see winning if it's ready.
It is a match. I mean, it's a big drop. So
right. So
yeah,
maybe
we can just throw that one in for a saver.
Yeah. So I'll write the 10 down here. I'll probably throw one in as a saver. You know, when I put my ticket together on Friday morning, I'll have a better idea. Okay. The next race is race 6. It's the beginning of the late pick 5. And the late pick 5 is sponsored, ladies and gentlemen, by Rocky's Corner. There it is. So Marco, tell us a little bit about. I like the cauliflower crust pizza. Everybody thinks I'm a square for that. What's your favorite? I think we talked about this before, but let's reiterate what you like. The uppercut.
Yeah, the uppercut. You know, I've been eating a lot of the Roundhouse lately too. It's got roast beef, salami, bunch of cheese, all that good stuff. Some hot peppers, all the stuff you don't want to eat.
Yeah. Well, I like hot peppers. I like my pizza. I like Supremes. I like everything on it. I like black olives. I like mushrooms. I like green peppers. I like onions. Hell, throw some garlic on there. I like all that stuff. I gotta have a gluten-free crust. For me, when I eat regular pasta or crust, I get real tired. So I guess
I just eat hot peppers with everything, though.
You do. Well, I like I I like hot peppers. I mean, especially when it with a beef sandwich. If you got giardiniera too,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Get a jar of Marconi.
Yeah, I love Marconi giardiniera. I don't know if you can get it down there. You can probably import it. But
Yeah, we bring it down.
I love Marconi. Okay, well, let's kick off this pick five. We both like the 9. You want to dive into this? This is a 10,000 claiming event going 3/4.
Yeah, red and wild, 3-1.
Red and wild.
Ran well in the 2 and 3 back claiming races. Broberg tried the starters last out, and that was a pretty salty group of horses. If you want to go take a look at those, go ahead. Back in the claim game and going to be competitive for the win. No doubt about it. And then
yeah, I agree. Red and wild. By the way, we have an announcement to make. Carl Broberg is training 4 horses for our dad now, for Mel.
Yep.
And Danny has stalls. Our brother Danny.
He's got 5 of the horses.
And
I think, right?
Rumor has it his first start is going to be, I think, March 14th while we're in Vegas for the first chance, last chance. We're going to have I think Champagne Mike running that day.
But we won't be able to use that horse, will we?
Listen, I got to find out. I don't know. Last year, I thought they said I couldn't, but I don't get that. Like at Hawthorne, I can bet our own horses, which I like. Listen, I would like the competition committee. I guess I'll talk to Chris Larmy about that. Like, hey, how come I can't pick? I don't own the horse, but I know I guess it makes it. Well, I don't know. Your brother's a trainer. Your dad's the owner. Conflict of interest or something for big money on the line in a contest. I guess if it's a regular pari-mutuel live money contest, they don't care. Like Hawthorne doesn't care. But I guess for the contest, for the $2 mythical win place, for some reason, they don't want us picking that race. Do they think we're going to hold the horse up or something? And pick something else? I think they should say, hey, if you have to pick.
Yeah, I was about to say,
if you have to win that race, you have to pick that horse, your family's horse.
Not against it.
I'm gonna get some clarity on that. Somebody probably explained it to me one time, and it went in one ear and out the other. But anyway, yeah. So Carl's training Stoic Luna, the 2 fillies, 3-year-olds, and Lady J. And those, Stoic Luna and Lady J are going south, either to Texas or Fairgrounds on the turf. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with the 3-year-old fillies yet. But anyway, I like his horse here, 3-1. Claimed it for 12.5. Ran it in a starter. Comes back here. This is a move that Carl is going to be strong at, and I would imagine this guy's going to be tough to handle here. My backup was the 1. There's 2 in here, but I think my backup was the Belmer 1. I guess it doesn't matter, though, because if you get 1, you get both. But I did like Boldish a little bit better. I guess if there's a scratch, you could take that for what you want if the other one scratches. Your backup was the 4 Must Be Love with Diodoro.
Yeah, I think this horse is a wire threat. Diodoro should have him ready in the second off the layoff. And I just saw this race being a 2-horse race between both favorites. So that would be my 2 horses I pick in my exact.
Off the layoff, it's got speed, and you got Christian Torres. So there's a lot to like on that one, obviously. And that's one I would definitely want on my ticket. Race 7, 12.5, claiming event, non-2 life. going a mile and a 16th for 3-year-olds and up. And we both like the one, ironically, which isn't a surprise at 5-2 morning line, but it's our backup. Tell me about you going on the outside here with the 11 Traffic Boss. It's 20-1.
Well, this horse has improved as a route horse. He's a cheaper horse, but his 5 last races have been at least in the superfecta 4 times. The one that was a dud was the first time versus winners. So he didn't embarrass himself last out and earned his best career Beyer speed figure. I think he might be able to work out a trip. The speed in here looks cheap, and maybe he could run down some tiring horses at 20-1. I just the price was right, and I think he can set a good trip against some of these in here. I don't think there's like any kind of good speed in this race whatsoever that'll actually be able to hold on.
It's a 2-life event. It's going to be a bomb. It won a nice race. It's maiden breaker there. This level ran like crap, but then it came back at 59-1 and ran third. So must have had something wrong. It was a bit slow last time. My top pick is Life on the Nile. And Life on the Nile did break a little tardy out of the gate. I had to put that in. I pegged this horse on the lead that day. It exited a really tough race at its Oaklawn debut for a 50,000 starter event. And it had 0 chance in there at 24-1. I thought on the drop in class last time it was going to show a lot more speed, and it just broke bad. Last time it ran 6 furlongs. So obviously stretching out and with the hood, I really feel like Life on the Nile is just going to get out and go. And, there's not a ton of pace in here. And at 15-1, this horse can get very, very cocky up there.
I like it. I really do.
Yeah, and I'm getting weight. 2 turns, I like weight a lot more than I do for a sprint. So Belmer with the 7 pounds. So it makes a lot of sense there. It's sneaky because the debut here was awful against really, 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 really good horses. 2 back, just broke bad, didn't get the front and just packed it in. Last time they sprinted it. Couldn't get the front, obviously, and got tired. Pressed the pace, 3 wide last time. So now with the hood on, lack of pace and stretching out and being in the same class as that last, I think it's going to take this group a long way. I think, at the quarter pole, I'm going to be turning for home in front. It's just hopefully I can hold off some closers. It's going to be exciting. I mean, horse is going to be a big price, and
yeah, because Traffic Boss will be the one coming after you.
Yeah, got to hold off Traffic Boss.
Boy, I tell you what, that exacta would.
Yeah, we'll bet it. I'll play that exacta.
That'll pay some dough. You don't have to spend a whole lot.
Race 8. We both like the 7 here. It's a 50,000 non-3 event, 50,000 claiming. $65,000 purse going 6 furlongs. And these are for 3-year-old fillies and up. We both like the 7. Marco, tell us about Demi. This is one that you like a lot.
Yeah. Demi won. She went off the shelf 3 back and had back-to-back wet tracks after that, where she is now 0 for 4 in the slot. I'm hoping a little bit of rain that we have coming like Thursday night, if at all, doesn't happen, because I want to see a fast track Friday afternoon, and it's later on the card, so I think we will have a fast track.
Mhm.
Cutting back to a sprint where she won the allowance race. Both wins were on fast dirt at today's distance, and we're stealing Torres off the 4-horse, and we get a nice rider for this. Demi is my pick of the day at 6-1.
Yeah, I'm going to watch a replay of Demi's last race here. She was off a step slow here in the 6-hole. And
we're ready to go.
Let's just see what happened here.
And Laroff, uneventful break for all the runners.
Yeah, she got relegated to last here.
With the long shot to Wanda, half length back.
And she's running in between horses here.
Makes her way into the third position.
There's probably a lot of mud getting in her face at this point.
Then comes Fee. Heated argument. They're side by side. They're 4 lengths off the pace, approaching the half-mile marker.
Oh no, she's dead last still. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong horse.
They're side by side.
That's her way back there. Okay.
That's Demi, who joins her the back of the pack into the far turn. It's twirled, very aggressive here, rounds the far turn, 1.5 lengths clear of Tolanda, sent along from second with the favorite, Effortlessly Elegant, easily passes that rival, claims second. Fee is on the move down on the rail. She's getting closer, Fee, at the quarter pole, and then Megan's Claire, who's going to get to the
she's going to make a wide run here. Wow.
Involved as well. It's a pretty
first time me watching this replay. She's way out there in the parking lot.
World still in front, Effortlessly Elegant, all out right now, and she's just been passed by Let's Be Clear, who comes flying on the grandstand side.
Let's Be Clear is a horse that
just gobbling up ground.
I picked actually in a stake.
Twirl back in that position.
So
yeah, remember, you know what? A lot of people picked that horse. It just didn't really fire that day.
Yeah. So that was a good race there. She
stablemate. Fee was third. Photo.
Yeah, I mean,
was involved, and so was.
And that's a good little gallop out. Decent. I mean, she's here. I'll tell you what. Breaking terribly like that and going. I mean, she fanned about. Heck, I want to say she was about 9 wide out there. So, yeah, why not? I mean, we could take a stab with her here. She's dropping in for a tag. This is a much easier spot. So
she's got the class in this race.
Yeah, I like her too. You know, I ironically didn't get a chance to watch that replay. I watched the the last one, so I wanted to watch this one on the show. She was 5-1 in her last, and she was 7-1 there. So it's not like she was. Those are tough races against some good horses, and you know she ran against Stoic Luna too in that last. In that mud, and One More Kelly is probably for McPeak going to go in a stake. She got a 93 by her speed figure that day and just ran off the screen. You know, Stoic Luna couldn't catch her, got an 86. So strong company lines. And then Let's Be Clear was a disappointment for me in the carousel, but I did like her, and she's running 2 straight stakes, American Beauty and in the carousel. So those are the type of fillies that Demi's been running against. So not the best of trips in those races against much better, and now you're dropping down. So makes all the sense in the world. I think we might single here. I mean, I do like the 2, but the 2 is 30-1, and it was just strictly like, hey, maybe I can get the front and keep going type play. And then probably not going to happen with your pick in here. So
yeah, I was thinking the same thing with my pick. So
yeah, if one of those scratch, then maybe we could do something with an exacta or something like that. But I think everything sets up for Demi here as a strong single for us in the late pick 5.
I agree.
Okay. Well, let's what is this? Race 9. We've got our guest that's going to be coming on the phone here. Nick the Kid. He likes a horse here named Henro. And I'd like to get his input on the phone.
Oh,
Nick.
yes.
All right, we are talking about the feature, and we see that you like Henro. This is a 6 furlong, 100,000 optional claiming A other than for straight 3-year-olds. What do you like about Henro?
Broke his maiden at Oaklawn Park on February 16th with apprentice rider Joe Belmere, and is returning the ride in an allowance race with 7 pounds off. So I think this horse would likely improve again and possibly win.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, that's interesting.
You got good trainer, Hartman.
Yeah, you got Hartman. You got the bug. I know that Hartman and Belmer have done a lot of good things together. 38%. I mentioned it earlier. Second time Lincoln, LASIK, second time. Well, make it, you made your 3-year-old debut in that last race and won. So that was good. Let's take a closer peek at this with everybody. Oh, you can't really see it because I got your graphic up. Let me take that off real quick. All right, so okay, so let's see here. 6 furlongs. We're going 6 furlongs again. Yeah, it makes sense. I like it. Heck, I might have even picked that as my did I pick that as my backup? No, I didn't. I like this horse, Nick. You might have hit on something here. Marco, you like the 1. No, I like the 1. That you like the 10, my backup. Tell us about that one.
I think he should be able to break and get the early forward position. He's been running in all tough races since his maiden breaker. I think this is a class relief for him, and he's also cutting back to 6 furlongs, the same distance as his win. You're getting first juice. He's going to be the betting favorite, but I still like him.
Yeah, he ran against Track Phantom 2 back, got clobbered there, cut back at Gulfstream going 7 panels. That was a tough race too. The debut, I guess you're looking at something similar to that, but obviously this is the class. I mean, hasn't had a breather since it dominated. For me, I like your horse second. Obviously, for me, I like Frost Free, and insane company lines on this one too. Valentine Candy. The last race with Booth. I mean, really, really nice. Had some traffic issues there. You can see that Booth came back and won a nice allowance race after that huge maiden special romp at Keeneland with a 96 buyer in its debut. So that one could be any kind of a colt. So I'm hoping from the rail that Ramon just gets a nice spot and just tracks. I'm getting that second time blinker angle. And if I can get 15-1 on a horse like this, that might just be improving at the right time, it's one that I want. This could be a good race. I'm excited about it. Nick, do you plan on betting this race?
No.
No? You just want to give your opinion. What I might like to do, I might do a 3-horse box. Mark, the 7. We didn't touch on that one. What's up with the 7? Nick Storm.
Okay, yeah, this horse showed good tactical speed in debut, but has not raced a 6 furlong race since that debut, and I'm wanting to see him getting back to this type of distance, and he's also getting first LASIK, so it's kind of can he go a little bit further this time? Improve a little bit. Don't love him. It's 10-1 though. Exotics, maybe some tries and supers, but I don't like him on top.
All right, Nick. Well, I like your pick, Henro. I like the connections. I'm going to throw it on my tickets, and yeah, we'll see what happens, buddy. We'll connect with you next week for the feature next Friday.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. Well, Nick the Kid seemed a little sleepy there. But that's all right.
Good job, Nick. Good job.
Well, he hung up already. All right. The nightcap. I didn't really like the nightcap. I almost wanted to throw a dart at this freaking race. I landed on the 6. You landed on the 1. 1 was my backup. Let me take a peek at this race. This is a maiden 12-5 going 6 furlongs. 3-year-old fillies and up. The 6 is Ocean Bird. Bejarano's been riding good lately. Last weekend he killed it. Last couple weekends. This one was claimed for $24,000, and they're cutting the price in half here. The purse is 30. They win. They get claimed. They get out alive. Ramoket. I don't know. I just feel like it pressed a 21-4 last time. Are we going to get 21-4 this time? I don't think so. I think I should get a similar break and but get the front this time and just never look back. I don't see the 3 doing anything. 3 set the pace last time and died terribly after a 23 and a 47-4 half going 6 furlongs. That's like horses. Those are like routing horses. Now that Robert Klein guy, so for 52, he did have it in for a waiver, but maybe he likes to pet the horse in the barn. He's waving. He's got another waiver claimer on it. But I don't know how many horses he has. He must have a lot, though. He's got 52 starts, but he's off to a slow start. So these guys are all professionals. I don't like to, talk bad about anybody. I'm not talking bad about Robert Klein at all. He's just having a rough meet. He's over 52, and
it's hard to back him, and at the
right.
top board, you don't win, you're going to lose people putting money on horses.
Point being, that one, it shows sometimes, you look at these early time form pace ratings, you're like, okay, but then you look at this one, it says 93. There's no way this horse is a 93. How do you get a 93 for this horse? Maybe from its debut race, where I don't see it. And because that last race was slow. The track bias was a 14. It went 23 and then 47-4. You're almost going 25 seconds. Your second quarter sprinting. That's unheard of. I just don't see this one. I just think that Ocean Bird is just going to break and go right to the front, never look back. The 1 is my backup. That's your top pick, Alamo. I'll let you talk about that one. Dwayne Lucas. Dwayne Lucas was on fire, by the way.
Look.
Over the weekend.
Look at the drop here. It's the
special.
plunge. It's the plunge. You're not just going from maiden special weight to a maiden claimer. You're going from a maiden special weight to a 12-5. Mm-hmm. It's like as the bottom of the barrels it gets. I believe at Oaklawn anyway. And this is a wake up call. This is it for this horse. Plus, the coach is heating up. 3 wins, 2 places in the show this last weekend, including the Grade 3 Honeybee Stakes.
With a maiden.
With a maiden, Lemon
Who,
Muffin.
by the way, was stretching out and got second-time blinkers. That one made a lot of sense on paper.
Yeah, and
if you get past the maiden.
Asmussen was back in the saddle after running like second 1, 2 back. Lemon Muffin. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. And that price, no one backed it, and it popped.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. The guy still has it. So if his horses start winning, and then look, if he wants to win right now, this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
And then, it's 15-1. Well, I don't even know if it will be 15-1, to be honest with you, but
I couldn't, like, that one has to be on your ticket. It just checks all the boxes. I don't like the post. I guess that's one negative, but it should like perk up a lot at the very least in here. And 15-1, I think I wrote there's no way this filly's going off at 15-1.
That's what I said. I was like,
there's no way.
There's no way. And then underneath I got She's a Small Town Girl. Basically repeat a few of her past races and will win this race with the back numbers. Definitely the one to beat on paper. But look, if she doesn't win here, I think this horse just likes to lose.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that one has some board hits, couple of seconds, runs on hit the board on all 3 surfaces. Kind of a interesting
but
little.
This is kind of like, this would be like, if I had this horse, this would be it for me. If you can't win here, then you're going to Charles.
But getting back to the one's 15-1, okay? And the horse that I was ripping on, the Robert Klein horse, with the slow half mile there. You're trying to tell me in a match race that the 3 Zong's Iris Frost is going to beat Alamo?
There's absolutely no way.
I would unload on Alamo.
Me too.
Straight up. And Alamo's 15-1. And what's Klein's horse? The 3 is 8-1. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I guess the other one to look at would be the obvious one. Would be the 9 with not the 9. Where's it at? I saw it in here somewhere. Oh, yeah, the Diodoro runner. Nice bullet move at Louisiana Downs, shipping in. Maiden special dropper as well. Running on the bottom. That's another one that, with the connections, could do something. It's 5-2, though. Did you want to add something else?
Not really. I went over those and but yeah, I think like Alamo and Zong's Irish Frost, I bet you those odds will be more flipped.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I think Zong's Irish Frost is going to be 15-1, and I think that's Alamo is going to be more like 6. I think Alamo might be 6-1 in here.
Yeah.
Or at least, like you said, flip flop them 8-1 to 15-1.
Yeah, I think 8-1 is a little high even.
But I'm just saying, it's going to be much lower odds than the 3. Yeah. Hey, the Rebel. What were your thoughts on the Rebel? Like Timberlake ran his race. I thought somebody else could step up because Timberlake got 93. I think he's gotten 3 straight 93 buyer speed figures. Nobody else really stepped up in there.
No, nobody stepped up, and I haven't actually went and rewatched that race yet to even start to critique it.
Yeah,
but I was just kind of disappointed in the race altogether. I'm not a fan of Timberlake whatsoever.
Timberlake going forward. I saw the PPs for the Fountain of Youth on Saturday at Gulfstream, and Timberlake would probably not even be, probably would be third choice at best in there. My opinion, anyway. Best bets. Marco, you land on. Oh, I got a ticker up here. Hold on. Best bets. Okay. Demi. I like Demi as my top pick in the race. You like it as your pick of the day, as your best bet.
Yep.
6-1. We talked about that in depth, and makes a lot of sense. And for me, I really like DeLuca. I think DeLuca is, has a trip note, 3-back, drop, second off the layoff, strong company lines. I think it's just going to wake up a lot in that spot for Cipriano Contreras. And I would love to get 8-1 on that one. And I suppose that is it. I'm going to be playing the races on Friday. Saturday, I don't have a guest yet lined up for Saturday.
Yeah, we'll have to make some calls.
I'll make a couple. I'll get somebody to hang out with us for our taping for Saturday's card. Is there anybody running of note on Saturday? A stake or anything? Don't know.
Not that I know of.
All right. Well, let's just concentrate on Friday first. Early pick 5, late pick 5. Play some doubles. Good luck, guys out there. Let's make some money. Sorry about the terrible robo card. I had fun with Jim Miller. Just a lot of trip notes that day, and then Sunday was a disaster. Every horse I picked broke terrible out of the gate. So, hey, it happens. So, without further ado, let's cash some damn tickets this weekend, starting on Friday.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. Let's do it.